I believe we'll make it.
Do you know anything as of yet about your opponent tonight, the Mountain State team?
I know something about two of the players, Blake and Nelson. They're both. Blake is excellent on the inside from the low post. Nelson is an excellent ball handler outside and shoots very well.
Do you have any words to say, finally, looking ahead to the remainder of the season?
Well, since we just go through the 10th grade at our school and we're playing all high schools, I don't really know. It depends on how much we're willing to hustle and to work. If we're willing to really hustle and work a fast break, I think we can come up with some wins. I'm not making any predictions.
Well, we sure hope so. Thank you, Coach, very much.
Praise the Lord.
Thank you.
Hello, this is Angie Johnson reporting live from George Washington Middle School in Eleanor, West Virginia, where the Tays Valley Christian School lines versus the Mountain State Christian Academy. I'd like to introduce the Tays Valley Christian School starting lineup. Number 6, Bob Mallon. Number 00, Brian Bradley. Number 11, Donnie Barnes. Number 15, Doug Hara. Number 5, Robbie Elswick. And the Mountain State Christian Academy starting lineup. Number 8, Nelson. Number 7, Chapman. Number 24, Blake. Number 2, Adkins. Number 44, Nelson. Working here with me today is David Reeser. David.
Thank you, Angie. There's a whole lot of people here. There's probably, it looks like several hundred people. And we've moved out of the school gymnasium that we had because it wouldn't hold everybody. It's a good thing we did, isn't it, Angie?
Yeah.
Now the cheerleaders are being introduced. We've had the volleyball team introduced. The volleyball team played earlier today, and they came up on the short end. They lost, but they played a good game. Matter of fact, they could have won the game just as easy as they've lost. Angie plays on the volleyball team. Angie, tell us what you thought about the volleyball game.
I thought it was a pretty exciting game. We had a few tight situations, but it was pretty good. We'll come back next game.
What do you think the main reason you lost was?
Everybody was nervous and tight, and this is being our first game is difficult.
I was watching it. It looked like everybody got a little nervous, but you never know who's going to win in games. Really, the way we try to play games here, everybody's a winner, but somebody has to have more points at the end of the game. And they just came up with it. We won the first game. What was the score of the first game?
15 to 6.
15 to 6, and then Mountain State Christian Academy came back and won the next two games, 15 to 9 or 15 to 9 or 15 to 10, and then the last game was close too. So they were good games. Now we're starting to have our opening prayer, so we'll just shut off here for a second. The captains are out in the middle of the floor now. The referees are talking with them. What are the referees' names, Angie? Do you know who the referees are?
Gary Kessler and Keith Lewis.
Gary Kessler and Keith Lewis. They refereed a lot of the games last year, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
I don't know if we played Mountain State last year or not, and I don't know what the outcome would have been. It looks like the teams are about the same size. Their captain is number 24, Blake. I don't know his first name. And
Jimmy Blake, I think.
Jimmy Blake. And Tays Valley will be going to the far basket from us, and Mountain State will be at the basket nearest us. We're not going to know the names of the players very well, but we'll try to keep the score going and tell everybody how it is. Angie and I will sort of trade back and forth on the play-by-play and do the best we can to let you know how the game goes. Angie, if you would, introduce the cheerleaders to us.
Tays Valley Christian School cheerleaders from 1981 are Captain Kelly Bright, Sandy Kelling, Anita Apston, Tony Legg, Aaron Meadows, Jamie Reeser, Suzanne Smith, and John Meadows. And mascot is Comshell Bradley. And the sponsor is Rita Yoder.
We're just about ready for the game to start. Dave Anderson's talking to his players over there, and we don't know what they'll be playing. They're all fired up, ready to play. Mountain State coming out. It's a good thing we're here in this gymnasium, isn't it? Because it wouldn't have enough space if it was anywhere else. I hope you can hear the people in the background. The captains or the centers are getting ready to jump right now. Gary Kessler will be throwing the ball up, and we ought to be able to start playing here in just a second. Up, here it goes. Ball's up. Mountain State has the ball. It looks like Tays Valley's playing a zone. And they're throwing, the ball went into Blake, and he went up with it. And Ellswick came down with the rebound. Ellswick has the ball, bringing it into the full court. It also looks like Mountain State's in a zone. Tays Valley Christian working the ball outside, working it around. Ellswick has the ball outside. Into Milam, back out to Ellswick. They're trying to get the ball under, it looks like. Barnes had the ball, threw it in. Ellswick back outside again. Mountain State Christian School has a real tight zone. Oop, just threw the ball away. Bradley tried to throw it under, and we had a turnover. Then Doug Hara came up with the ball, shot a layup, and was fouled. So he ought to be going to the foul line. And right now, he should be shooting 2 shots. He'll be shooting 2 shots. We're in the opening seconds of play. I can't see the clock from here. The ball's off the front edge of the rim. It's no good. All right. His second foul shot was good, so the score is 1-0. Tays Valley. Tays Valley back in the 2-3 zone. Mountain State just dribbling the ball around outside. Looked under. Ball went under to Blake, and he was fouled by number 6, Bobby Milam. There'll be another 2-shot foul, except Mountain State's shooting this time. Both teams are playing a real tight zone. I think this is the first game for both teams, so they're liable to be a little bit nervous and make a lot of mistakes. The first shot was a miss. It was off the backboard. He shot too hard. Shot number 2. It's up and it's good. Scores 1 apiece. 1 apiece. Okay, here we are. Hara and Ellswick are playing forward guards. Barnes, number 11, is playing a forward. At center is number 6, Bobby Milam. And then the other position is, I'll try to get it as soon as I can. I think the other fellow was Brian Bradley. The rebound comes off to Barnes. Tays Valley Christian bringing the ball back down the floor. Ellswick with the ball out front. Throws the ball into Barnes. It's a shot from the corner, and it's too long. Bradley gets the rebound. He shot it over the basket. The ball is out of bounds to Mountain State Christian Academy. Tays Valley changed their zone to a 1-2-2. They're going to try to trap, it looks like. And it worked. Mountain State threw the ball out of bounds. Tays Valley bringing it up. Pardon us not knowing everybody's names. Ellswick has the ball. They're still in the 2-3 zone, Mountain State is. Bradley had the ball out front. Ellswick's on the right. Doug Hare now with the ball. Holding up one finger. They're sending their guard through. Oh, my goodness, a shot. A tremendous shot by Bobby Milam. He went in there and shot that ball up underhand and made a tremendous shot. What's your score, folks? 3-1. Tays Valley's ahead. 6:30 left the first quarter. Tays Valley comes down with the rebound. Milam had the ball again. Threw it out to Ellswick. Ellswick fell down. Now Mountain State has the ball, bringing it down the floor. Nelson, who's one of their best ball players, has the ball out front now. Ball was up. Tays Valley has a quick rebound. Ball went out to Bradley. Ball was into Hare. Hare up with a shot. He missed it. Mountain State comes down with the rebound. They're bringing the ball down the floor. Walking. A turnover. Nelson for Mountain State carried the ball just then. He walked. So Ellswick will be taking the ball out of bounds. Mountain State still in their zone. Doug Hare dribbling the ball over towards the left. Ball is into Milam. Underneath. The Hare shot the ball and missed it. Rebound Milam. Milam misses it. Rebound Mountain State. They're bringing the ball down the floor again. Mountain State shoots. Tays Valley's controlling the boards. Barnes gets the rebound, brings it up, gives it over to Hare. They're coming down, setting it up. They're trying to run their plays, which is good. Ball goes into Milam. Milam looks under. Hare going up for another fancy layup. So I think that makes it 5-1, Tays Valley. They're back in a 2-3 zone. Tays Valley's switching their defenses around and then sort of confusing Mountain State. Ball's out to Williams. Back to Nelson. Chapman up. Shoots the ball. He misses it. Milam comes down with a rebound. Ellswick has the ball. Ellswick's a good ball player. He just missed the layup. Ellswick's one of the star players for Tays Valley. He does a good job. And he's still getting started tonight. He hadn't been able to do much yet, but he'll do so. He'll play real well before the game's over. 3:35 left in the first quarter. Hare just stole the ball, goes down. Passes the ball off to Ellswick. Ellswick scores the layup. 7-1 is the score now. Mountain State bringing the ball down. Ellswick just deflected the ball, stole it. Now Ellswick's back with the ball, shoots the layup, misses it, gets his own rebounds, pump fake, shoots, misses the ball. Bradley receives a rebound. Hare gets the ball underneath. Hare fell down and walked with the ball. A lot of action in here. I'm having a great time. Angie's laughing at me. Mountain State's bringing the ball down. Barnes lets the man drive around him. He recovers. Ball went off of Barnes out of bounds, so Mountain State will be taking the ball out of bounds. Still early in the game in the first quarter. The ball goes outside. Now we can't see the numbers, so we don't know who the Mountain State people are. Now Tays Valley's back in their 1-2-2 trapped zone defense. Ellswick just stole the ball again. Mountain State boy tried to get it back and he knocked it out of bounds, so the pressure's working good. Coach Dave Anderson up off the bench trying to encourage his boys. He's finally sat back down. Doug Hare with the ball. Running the play. Into Barnes. Back to the corner to Ellswick. Back out to Bradley. Bradley throws the ball under Ellswick. Ellswick fakes, goes in, shoots the shot. Barnes gets the rebound, shoots it, misses it. Number 24, Blake for Mountain State gets the rebound. It's a slow ball game actually. They're not doing any fast breaking. The Tays Valley defense is very good. It's putting the handcuffs on Mountain State. They don't know what to do hardly against their defense. The second quarter, Angie will be talking about the game and doing the play-by-play. Then you all can enjoy listening to her. Ball is underneath to Bradley, off his hands, and it went out of bounds. Mountain State will be bringing the ball out. Timeout on the floor. I think Mountain State probably called timeout. What's the score?
7-1.
1:59.
7-1. With only a minute, there's about 2 minutes left in the first quarter. That's not many points for 8 minutes. But as the teams loosen up, they'll start scoring more points. This is a bigger floor than the Tays Valley schools used to playing on too, so the guys will get tired.
One thing that Pastor Dave said, Coach Anderson said before the game was he was real happy to have a chance playing court where they could fast break, because with the quickness that we've got up front, if we could run that break several times a game, it's going to mean a lot of points. And that's something we couldn't do before.
Well, I hope we can start fast breaking
Yeah.
because we haven't done it yet. But it's hard. The court won't do it. We'll have to, you have to practice it and learn how to do it first. But with Ellswick in there, if we can get the ball to him, we'll be able to fast break. Now I heard them say they're going to play a box and one, so they're changing defense again. They're probably going to guard the red-headed boy from Mountain State real close and play everybody else's zone. I don't know the red-headed boy's name. I'll tell you as soon as I can find out. We just stole the ball again. Doug Nelson's the one that they're going to play man-to-man and play zone on the other boys. Nelson just got his own rebound down there, threw the ball out. Mountain State just got the first fast break. Chapman scored. Mountain State got the first fast break of the game. Scored 7-3. We were just talking about fast breaking. Ellswick's bringing the ball up the floor, over to Hare. Tays Valley has the ball now. Mountain State still in the 2-3 zone. Mountain State still in the zone. Ellswick with the ball outside. They're trying to look underneath, but we're not getting it under. We'll just set it up. Harris come out now to try to set things up. They're going to run play number one. See what that is. They try to get the ball underneath to Bobby Milam. He shot it and missed the basket. The ball went out of the basket. And 1 minute left in the first quarter. What's that good player's name for them? Nelson has the ball now. Double team out front. Nelson with the ball again. Nelson was fouled, but the referee didn't get to see it. Double dribble on the Mountain State team and another turnover. Tays Valley has the ball. What's the score now here in the first quarter? 7-3. Still 7-3. Tays Valley needs a basket here. Harris dribbling the ball out. Mountain State staying in that zone. They're starting to come out of it a little bit. If they come out of it much more. Nelson just stole the ball. Came down, layup. 7-5. Nelson's making the difference. Barnes shoots the ball down there. Blake gets the rebound. Mountain State bringing it back. Mountain State looks like they're going to make a comeback here. Over and back. A backcourt violation. And so Tays Valley will take the ball outside. Brian Hogue came into the game for Robbie Ellswick. Hogue's a real good defensive ball player, and we might get some steals with him in there. Here we go. Looks underneath. Good pass underneath. Milam got the ball, shot it, missed it. End of the first quarter. The score is 7-5, isn't it? 7-5. Angie Johnson will be taking over now, and we might have some interviews at halftime. And C.G. White's here. He was the one that had the interview with Pastor Dave before the game started.
Here we are back with Bob Mallon and
Difficulty with the clock.
having jump ball with Mallon. One Mountain State coming up for a basket, working up for a basket. Mountain State has the ball. Doug Hare, Tays Valley stole the ball, getting it to Bob Mallon. Back to Doug, back to Hare. Back to Barnes. Bob Mallon shooting for a basket. Mountain State has the ball now, working up to the basket for a point. Mountain State shooting and missing. Mountain State shooting again. Bob Mallon taking the ball. Giving it to Hogue, then to Hare. Hare dribbling the ball. Giving it to Barnes, then to Hare. Brian Bradley has the ball now, working for a basket. Bob Mallon shooting and missing. Mountain State has the ball now, working their way back down to the court. Doug Nelson, number 8, Mountain State, has the ball. Shooting to Chapman, shooting Mountain State. Mountain State just made 2 points. The score is 7-7, tied. Doug Hare. 6.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Ball Malum. Brian Hogue shooting ball missing. Went out of bounds. Doug Hare on the line.
What's the score?
Score is 7-7 tied. There's 8 minutes and 13 seconds left in the second quarter. Mountain State's Doug Nelson has the ball, working for a basket, shoots and misses. Foul on Doug Harrow. Mountain State has shooting fouls. 2 shots. Blake. Okay. Number 24, Blake. Shooting foul shots. 2 foul shots. Score 7-7. Missed his first foul shot. Ellswick coming in for Hogue. Tays Valley. Mountain State with 1 more foul shot remaining. They missed their foul shot. Mountain State, Blake has the ball, throwing it to Chapman, number 7. Throwing it. Brian Bradley, Tays Valley. Brian Hogue throwing it to Robbie Ellswick. Mountain State stole the ball, went to the basket, missed it. Score is still 7-7. Mountain State, Doug Nelson. There's 5 minutes and 45 seconds left in the second quarter. Bradley with the ball, out of bounds. Mountain State has the ball, throwing it to number 2, Adkins. Score is still tied 7-7. Tays Valley needs a basket. Jump ball, Tays Valley and Mountain State. Tays Valley, Ellswick, and I don't know the other guy's name. Hare has the ball. Tays Valley. Shooting, throwing it off the Bob Malum. Malum shooting for a basket, missing. Mountain State steals the ball. Coming up for a basket. Doug Nelson, 8, has the ball. Mountain State. Chapman. Shooting ball missing. Brian Bradley, Tays Valley has the ball. Nelson, number 8, Mountain State, steals the ball back. Working up for a basket. Score is still tied, 7-7. Doug Nelson, number 8, Mountain State, has the ball. Throwing it off to number 1, Williams. Mountain State, Mountain State shooting, missing. Mountain State shooting again. Mountain State shooting again and missed. Brian Bradley throwing off the Bob Malum. Bob Malum running up for a basket. Missing basket. Donnie Barnes threw off for a basket and missed it. Donnie Barnes again and made 2 points. Score is now Tays Valley 9, Mountain State 7. 3 minutes and 58 seconds left in the second quarter.
Ask the Tays Valley line what you think she wants for the game.
Tays Valley line. Hello. What do you think of this game?
What's your team? Who's your team?
Lions.
I'm right. Woo.
Lions.
Who?
Lions.
What more?
Lions.
All right. Who's gonna win?
Lions.
All right. Let's go. Come on.
What do you think about this game?
I think we're doing good.
I do too.
We need to work.
Okay. Mountain State with the ball. Number 8, Nelson passing off to Brian Bradley stealing the ball. Tays Valley passing it off to Robbie Ellswick at number 5. Passing it off to Doug. Mountain State steals the ball, coming back up for a 2-point basket. Mountain State pushing the ball out of bounds. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in the second quarter. Score is 9-7. Tays Valley. Doug Harris has the ball, throwing it off to Robbie Ellswick, number 5. Doug again. Doug shooting off to Robbie Ellswick, number 5. Robbie Ellswick shooting and missing. Brian Bradley shoots. Donnie Barnes shoots. Doug Harris shoots again, misses. Bob Mountain shoots and makes 2 points. Score is now 11-7, Tays Valley.
That was 5 offensive rebounds. That was 11-7.
That was 5 offensive rebounds. Score is now 11-7, favored Tays Valley. Mountain State. Doug Nelson has the ball. Doug Nelson shooting, missing. Mountain State shoots again, misses. Robbie Ellswick run off for a foul, throws it to Bob Mountain misses. Mountain State has the ball again. Doug Nelson has the ball. Shooting off to Williams. Robbie Ellswick steals the ball, shoots, misses. Brian Bradley shoots. He misses. Ball goes out of bounds. 3 or 5. It's 2 minutes and 5 seconds left in the second quarter. With the Tays Valley 11, Mountain State 7. We have jump ball now with Bob Mountain, Tays Valley, and Chapman, number 7. Mountain State's number 7, Chapman. She throws it to Williams, Mountain State. Who's that foul play on?
It was a turnover.
Okay.
Mountain State, I think, walked with the ball. Tays Valley has the ball out.
Tays Valley has the ball. Doug Harris. Yeah, they are. Doug Harris has the ball. Throwing off to Donnie Barnes. Donnie Barnes throws it off to Brian Bradley. Brian Bradley to Brian Hogue. Brian Hogue to Brian Bradley. Doug Harris shoots for a basket. Misses. Mountain State recovers the ball. Doug Nelson, number 8. 2 points. Score 11-9 with a minute. With a minute and 21 seconds to go in the second quarter. Mountain State's foul shot with Doug Nelson.
Nelson's trying to pick up a 3-point play. Nelson's trying to pick up a 3-point play. Nelson's fouled on the shot. He misses. Attempt to pick up a 3-point play. A well-executed fast break.
Got the ball. Tays Valley's Brian Hogue passes off to Doug Harris. Doug Harris dribbling down. Passing off to Mountain State, recovers the ball. Doug Nelson, number 8, has the ball. Passing off to another State. Minute left in the second quarter. Little fight over the ball. Donnie Barnes knocks it out of bounds. Score is 11-9. Mountain State has the ball. Mountain State shoots, misses. Brian Bradley recovers the ball. Mountain State makes 2 more points. Score is 11-11. Tied game. Doug Harris. Tays Valley has the ball. Doug Harris. They're in play number 2. Brian Bradley throws the ball to Doug Harris. Doug Harris throws to Brian Bradley. Brian Bradley shoots. Gets the ball miss. Mountain State gets the ball. Mountain State. Doug Nelson shoots and misses. Mountain State shoots again. Gets the ball knocked out of their hand. Tays Valley's Doug Harris passes off to they're calling halftime now. Timeout.
1 second.
1 second left in the second quarter. Score is 11-11.
Ask Rodney if he wants to come and interview Rodney at halftime.
The Tays Valley Lions cheerleaders are really a good team this year. Here we have a Tays Valley Lion. What do you think about this game? Here we have Pastor Rodney Taylor. He's the principal at Tays Valley Christian School. Pastor Rod, what do you think about this game?
Well, I think it's been an exciting one. We got another few seconds here, see if we can get a basket in for the halftime. I think the boys have done a great job. I think the fact that they settled down maybe more the second half, they'll do better still. They're playing well together as a team. I think their shooting could be a little better, but I believe the second half will show a little better shooting there.
That's the end of the first half.
That's the end of the first half. 11. Pastor Rod, are you pleased with this crowd?
Yeah, I think we have a great crowd here for the first night. I think it shows good support for our boys and our team. I think it's going to help them if we can keep this attendance up through the season to see that the parents and the school are behind them like they are. And this gym we're using because ours was just too small, so we moved to this gym. We're thankful to have it. And I would say there are at least 150 people here tonight for our first game, and I just think that's terrific, and I'm glad about it.
Are they going to be playing all their games here?
All of our home games, as far as we know, will be in this gymnasium, and we think that'll be good too.
Why are they playing their games here?
Well, we had a small gym at our own school. We found out for this year and for the larger boys in senior high, it was just a little too little for our regular competition games. So we're still using that for junior varsity and for practice, but we'll be using this larger gym here at George Washington for our regular home games.
Okay.
This is David Reeser back now. I'm going to ask him some questions. Who do you think's going to win?
Well, of course we think we're going to win up until the buzzer sounds.
I think we will too. I think that our boys are playing good defense, and it seems like they're having a hard time shooting, but it seems like
both teams seem to have a little bit of trouble getting the basketball to drop, and I think both teams may do better in shooting the second half. I was told someone I thought we forgot to take the lids off the baskets there for a while, but the boys both, especially our boys, I think are playing great defense, and they seem to be working the ball pretty good, and I believe that after playing a half and coming back to get the second half, that they'll see some of their shots falling a little better too.
Well, I do too. I think it's a good game, and we're awful glad to be having our games on the radio.
Yes.
Will we be able to have all of our games on the radio?
Well, we're going to see if we can, and then we can rebroadcast them on school time and sometimes after hours. And we're glad to have our radio station this year, WTVC, hoping to do a number of school events like this. CG White is our radio programmer, and he's hoping to get a number of the ball games on the radio for us, and we're glad about that.
Now, I was talking to Angie before. Now, she didn't talk a whole lot about it, but now what did you think about the volleyball games? Angie's our captain, and I thought the girls played real good. We lost 2 of the games, so we lost the match. A volleyball game, you have to win 2 out of 3 games.
That's right. I thought they did well, and we have to remember, too, Dave, that they're playing against 11 to 12th graders, just like the basketball boys are. And considering that, I think they did a great job. I mean, we seem to have, I don't know what you would call it, we win a lot of the first games, but the second games is what get to us. But I believe we'll do better that way, too.
I told Angie, I think if we played this team, of course, this is a good team, but I think our girls are good. And I believe if we played them 10 times, we could beat them 8.
I believe we could do well with it.
So, thank you very much.
CG, with us today we have CG White. He will give us the statistics of this game.
Okay, we have a high score at halftime here in Eleanor, 11-11. For Tays Valley, Bob Milam, the center, number 6, has 2 field goals for a total of 4 points. Donnie Barnes has 1 field goal for a total of 2. Hannah has 1 field goal, 1 out of 2 free throws for a total of 3. Elsley has 1 field goal for a total of 2 points. Totals 5 field goals, 1 of 2 foul shots for a total of 11 points. For the Mountain State Panthers, Doug Nelson has 2 field goals. He missed 1 foul shot of 1. for a total of 4 points. Chapman has 2 field goals for a total of 4 points. Blake has 2 field goals, is 1 for 4 to foul line for a total of 3 points. So that's a total of 5 field goals, 1 for 5 at the foul line, and the score at halftime is 11-11. At this point, I'll turn it back over to Angie.
Here at halftime, we have the Tays Valley Lions shooting their foul shots, and Mountain State on the far end of the basket shooting their foul shots.
Maybe you better give me 5. Also at halftime, we have Pastor Hogue with us, who's a pastor at the Scott Depot Christ Fellowship, and his son plays guard. How have you felt about the game?
Well, I felt like we're off to a slow start here, David. We'll credit it to just getting the first game of the year, and of course I feel good about it, but I believe we need a break here.
Well, it is a slow start, but the reason it seems slow is because the kids aren't making baskets, and they're just missing them and missing them and missing them, but they're hustling and they're playing on a big court, so they're a little bit tired. Are you pretty excited about the crowd we have here?
A very good crowd. This is a wonderful crowd. Shows an enthusiasm for our team, and especially for the opening game. I think, too, the facility that we have here, rented at Eleanor, is an asset, big help to us. It's a good feeling here. I hope we can have a gym like this before too long.
Well, wouldn't that be exciting? We don't know, of course, if we're going to have a gym like this before too long, but it sure is something that we're thinking about and we're hoping for. Is that right?
That's right. Next 1 or 2 years, I suppose we'll be in an avenue of trust, maybe like we've not trusted before, but somewhere down the line, I believe the Lord has a gym for us like this.
Well, wouldn't that be exciting to have a gym like this? Well, the guys are back and they're getting ready to play. It's been a good game. It seems like the atmosphere has been a lot of fun here. The students are, I believe that most of our students here, the kids have a lot of enthusiasm. The cheerleaders are doing real well. The volleyball game we thought was real good. Back to the basketball game, it seems to me like the one real good thing about it is the defense. It seems like we've been stealing that ball and getting a lot of shots.
True, David. I noticed that, and if we get our offense on, we'll have a winning team here tonight. One comment I wanted to make about my overall impression was when the kids first came out, you know, they announced the basketball team, the volleyball team, and the cheerleaders, and all the parents stood, and my excitement was pretty strong when I saw these kids. I saw the quality young people we have, and I thought, you know, we're influencing lives for God and for an entire destiny. And that, just to see what had happened, I've seen these kids change in the last 2 or 3 years. A lot of their attitudes, a lot of their life goals, and that's exciting. And this is a part of it, I think.
Well, to me, that's what it's all about too. And it's exciting to have you here. And of course, we're on the radio, but we surely want to thank God for this school. We want to thank Him for you and the way He's helped us.
Praise the Lord, David. Thank you.
Here we are back for the second half. The tip goes up and Mountain State controls the ball. They're going in. There's a foul. Chapman's on the foul line. He misses his first shot. Also misses the second shot. Tays Valley bringing the ball down the floor. Ball goes into here. Ellswick brings the ball up. Ball's blocked by 24 Blake, the big boy in there. Well, a loose ball. Bradley went after it, and it's a jump ball. So we have Adkins and Bradley jumping. Adkins is a lot shorter than Bradley, so TVC ought to get the tip. They got the tip. The Mountain State fella got the ball, and he started to shoot it at the wrong basket, but he missed it. We could have got 2 points there by one of the other team players. Anyway, we're back down on the other end of the floor now. TVC is back in their 2-3 zone. Mountain State working the ball around the outside. Ball goes underneath. Bradley comes up with a loose ball. Goes over to Barnes. Barnes brings it down. Hare goes in under, sort of slides through, and he gets fouled by the big man, Blake.
7-12. 7-12.
Okay, there's 7 minutes and 12 seconds left in the first half. The score is 11-12, 12-11. Mountain State ahead. 11 points and a halftime. It's not much, but we're hoping that the lid comes off the basket here in a few minutes. TVC on the line here. Hare has a chance to tie the ball game up, and he does. Score is tied up 12 apiece. He makes the second shot. Tays Valley comes ahead, 13-12. The second half, there should be a good deal more scoring. Both teams have the first game. They're nervous. The rebound comes off to Barnes. Barnes throws it over to Elswick. Elswick drops the ball. Bradley comes up with the ball. Throws it into Hare. He drives in. Thinks he got fouled, but referee didn't think he did, so he didn't get the foul. Nelson shoots the ball on the other end of the floor. He misses it. Elswick comes down with a rebound. It's a much faster game the second half. Ball comes over to Hare. Hare brings the ball under, throws it in to Barnes. Barnes takes it back out to Elswick. Elswick dribbling back. They're going to set something up and run it. Mountain State in their zone. The ball goes underneath the Milam. He goes up with a left-hander. He misses it. He cuts his own rebound, shoots it, misses it. Hare gets the ball, shoots it, layup, and he makes it. Tays Valley starting to make baskets. They go ahead now, 15-12. Tays Valley up 3. They're back in the 2-3 zone. Mountain State moving the ball around outside. Nelson dribbling the ball. Williams shoots from way outside, left-handed, and makes it. Tays Valley back with a 1-point lead. Both teams will loosen up and start playing better now. Elswick with the ball out front. Passes it over to Barnes. Barnes looking to the corner. Ball back out to Elswick. Elswick drives. Hooks it up there. Misses the shot. Blake comes out for the rebound. Blake's an important player for the Mountain State Christian Academy. He's a big boy. Looks like he's about 6 feet 2 inches tall, and he's getting a lot of rebounds. Blake gets his own rebound down underneath. Shoots the ball up. Hare comes down. Hare is getting the ball an awful lot. Hare comes down. He's bringing the ball down the floor. Throws the ball into Milam. Milam walks. Turnover. Mountain State brings the ball down the floor. You can tell by the Nelson shoots the ball up. I was going to say before we turn the tape over, you could tell by the crowd, the sound of the crowd, there's a lot of enthusiasm. Elswick gets the ball, goes under, tries to shoot it. Young blocks the shot. Nelson gets the ball, fast break. Nelson makes a beautiful layup. Not out to have tied the score up. We can't see the clock very well from where we're sitting. It's 16-15. Mountain State's ahead. Ball, nice pass underneath by Elswick. Then to Bradley. Milam gets the rebound, goes up, and it's in there. Tays Valley takes the lead now. The game's starting to loosen up. Boys are starting to play better. 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Mountain State shoots that ball outside. Barnes gets the rebound and throws it over to Elswick. Fast break, TVC. Elswick goes in for the layup, misses the shot. Barnes gets the rebound, puts it in. Tays Valley looking a lot better this second half. Starting to play good ball. Mountain State with the ball down, passing the ball around. Williams shoots from outside. It's all. Rebound comes down, jump ball. Let's see who's going to be jumping. It looks like Barnes, number 11 for TVC, and Adkins, number 2 for Mountain State Christian School. Barnes is bigger. We got to get the tip. We did get the tip. Throws it over to Hare. Hare brings the ball down. Goes up. Tries to make a pass over to Barnes. Throws the ball out of bounds. Mountain State brings the ball up the floor. Atkins over to Nelson. Nelson dribbling the ball. Mountain State boys are wearing sweatpants. Must be a school rule that they have to wear sweatpants to play basketball. Passing the ball around outside. Nelson's the kind of guy who can shoot it, make it from just about anywhere. He passes the ball down to Williams. Williams shoots from the corner, 2 points. TVC brings the ball back up the floor. Score is 19-18. TVC's ahead. Elswick's moving the ball around, goes into Bradley. Back out to Ellswick. Ball back over to Barnes. Barnes looks under to Milam. Milam with a left-handed jumper just out. Almost in. Hare gets the ball. It's a nice save. Ellswick gets it, puts it up, and 2 points. That's a good play. The score is 21-18. Just under 3 minutes left in the first half. Left in the third quarter, excuse me. Nelson from Mountain State has the ball outside. Throws it to the boy from the corner, and looks like another shot, but he missed it. Ellswick gets the rebound. And the TVC Lions are starting to roar. They're playing better ball. Ball goes over to the corner to Hare. Hare's time to look under. Goes into Ellswick. Ellswick goes under. Hare has the ball. Drives down the lane. Off the rim. Ball off fingertips of a Mountain State boy, I think. Tays Valley gets the ball out of bounds under its own basket. Ball goes in to Milam. He loses the ball. Nelson steals the ball, goes in for a layup, and he's fouled by Milam on the drive. Nelson's a good basketball player. Nelson be anxious to score. Mountain State hadn't got a basket here. Tays Valley's come back and is leading by 1 point, I believe. Is that correct? So Nelson's on the line. If he shoots it, it'll be tie ball game. It's been a close game. Tie ball game. Anybody's ball game. I think maybe TVC had a 5-point lead right at the beginning of the game, and then it's been nip and tuck ever since. And leads probably exchanged hands 4 or 5 times. Milam gets the ball, goes under, loses the ball, runs after it, air dribble. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Then the female commentator, Angie, will take over. Williams shoots another shot from the corner and makes it. It wasn't Williams, it was Chapman. Timeout, Tays Valley. Our cheerleaders just came out. Our boy cheerleader, John Meadows, is a tremendous cheerleader. I'm awful glad that he's a cheerleader. He adds a lot to the game. Ellswick looks under, throws the ball under to Bradley up for 2. Score is 23 apiece. Now less than 2 minutes left in the quarter. Nelson from Mountain State bringing the ball down. Nelson throws it into the corner, back out to Nelson. Nelson dribbling around. Williams shoots a left-hander. He misses it off Barnes' hand, back into Barnes. Barnes got the rebound. He throws it out to Ellswick. Ellswick dribbling the ball down the court, a fast break. He goes in. A little scoop shot. He makes it. If Ellswick starts playing his normal game, Tays Valley should not have any problem winning this game. He hasn't played his normal game yet. He's one of the most talented ball players out there. Nelson kicks the ball out to midcourt, but recovers it. He's bringing it in. He goes up with about a must have been a 20-foot jumper and hit it. 1 minute left. Nelson goes up for a nice jump shot. Ellswick bringing the ball down the floor, looking under. They're trying to get the ball under. Shows good coaching. The kids having some problems, but they're not being selfish. They're playing good basketball. Ellswick has the ball on the wing. He looks under to Barnes. Barnes shoots a sort of a one-handed set shot, makes it. So Tays Valley goes back into the lead, 27-25. Tays Valley in the zone defense, still in the zone. Tays Valley still in their 2-3 zone. Ellswick out on Nelson, trying to guard him a little closer. Blake underneath the basket. They're looking under to Blake. They throw the ball under to Blake. He gets it, shoots it up, misses it. Bradley gets a rebound, throws it out to Ellswick. Ellswick pushing the ball down the floor. He brings it up to the foul line. Pump fakes, throws it off to Bradley. Bradley has the ball, looks, back out to Ellswick. Ellswick dribbling around, throws it back to Bradley. Bradley up with a jump shot, just at the buzzer. End of the third quarter, and the score is Tays Valley 27 and Mountain State 25.
Here we are back in the fourth quarter with Tays Valley's Lions, Bob Malum and number 24. Tays Valley's got the ball. Doug Hare passing off to Robbie Ellswick. Robbie Ellswick coming up for a shot. Passing off to Bob Malum. Bob Malum shoots and scores now 28-25. Tays Valley. How many minutes is that?
7:36.
There's now 7 minutes and 36 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Mountain State has the ball now. Nelson passing off to Williams. Well, Nelson has the ball. Working up for a play. Williams has the ball. Shooting. Misses the ball. Doug Hare gets the ball. Passes off to Robbie Ellswick. Robbie Ellswick turning off. Mountain State steals the ball. Chapman makes 2 more points for Mountain State. Score is now 28-27. Donnie Barnes. There's now 6 minutes and 50 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Foul called on Byron Bradley. What kind of foul was that? Byron Bradley. Mountain State has the ball now. Nelson passing off to Williams. Robbie also gets the ball. Coming down for play. Misses. Foul called on Ellswick.
Foul was on Doug Nelson.
Doug Nelson. Foul was called on Doug Nelson. Robbie Ellswick's shooting 2 foul shots. 2-point foul shot. He shoots, misses. 1 more point. Score is 28-27, Tays Valley. Ellswick shoots, misses. Mountain State has the ball. Chapman, Robbie Ellswick throws it. Bob Mellon has the ball. Shoots and misses. Mountain State, Chapman has the ball. Running down, dribbling down for a play. Blake throws the ball up. Blake shoots and makes 2 more points. Score is now 29-28, Mountain State. Robbie Ellswick throws it off to Bob Mellon. Bob Mellon shoots and misses. Mountain State recovers the ball. Mountain State. Foul call on Mountain State. Tays Valley's ball. Doug Hare receiving the ball. Passes off to Robbie Ellswick. Robbie Ellswick gives it to Doug Hare. Doug Hare making 2 points. Score is down 31-29 Tays Valley. Mountain State, Nelson has the ball. There's now 5 minutes and 35 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Mountain State has the ball. Blake on the foul. Blake on the outside. Mountain State.
This is a good thing to do, CC. He's been great.
Passing on. Shooting Bob. Mountain State. 31-31. Tie game. Anybody's game. Robbie Ellswick has the ball. Shoots the ball. Misses. Bob Mellon goes up for a play. Misses. Foul call on Mountain State's Blake. Tays Valley has a 2-point play shot with Bob Mellon. There's now 5 minutes and 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Bob Mellon shooting his first foul shot. Misses. 1 more time. Shoots again. Makes a point for Tays Valley. 32-31 Tays Valley. Mountain State has the ball. Williams shoots. Mountain State misses. Mountain State shoots. 2 points for Mountain State. 32-33 Mountain State. Tays Valley has the ball. Ellswick shooting to Barnes. Barnes shoots the basket and misses. Robbie Ellswick recovers the ball. Doug makes a 2-pointer for 34-33 Tays Valley. Mountain State. There's now 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Mountain State has the ball. Robbie Ellswick steals the ball. Tough decision. Woo! Robbie Ellswick makes a 2-pointer from laying on the floor. 36-33 Tays Valley. Great play. Crowd's real excited. There's 4 minutes and 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Well, we've got time out here. We'll mention that next Friday night we'll be back here for a game against Fairhaven Christian School. We'll be here again, Dave and Angie and myself, hopefully, and maybe you can join us next Friday night, December the 11th.
Tays Valley Lions cheerleaders are out on the floor doing their cheers. See Coach Anderson over there encouraging his boys. Tays Valley comes back out on the floor. Mountain State has the ball. Nelson's number 8, dribbling the ball. Passes off to back to Nelson. Foul call on Nelson. Mountain State's Nelson on the outside. Passing the ball off to Blake, number 24. Blake back to Williams. Williams to Nelson. Nelson, Mountain State shoots the ball, misses. Bob Mallon, Tays Valley. Shoots, passes to Robbie Ellswick. Robbie Ellswick running it up, back to Brian Bradley. Brian Bradley passes to Robbie Ellswick. Robbie Ellswick shooting around on the outside. Doug Hare to Donnie Barnes to Bob Mountain. Robbie Ellswick shooting, missing. Brian Bradley shoots the ball and misses the ball. Foul call on Donnie Barnes, Tays Valley. Score is 36-33 Tays Valley. There's 3 minutes and 25 seconds left in the ball game. We have Mountain State, 2-point foul shot. Jimmy Blake, number 24. Gets ready for his first foul shot. Shoots, misses. Mountain State has the ball.
He gets another shot, but somebody stepped in the lane.
Blake gets another shot. Somebody stepped in the lane too early. Makes it. Shoot and made it. Score is 36-34 Tays Valley. There's 3 minutes and 21 seconds remaining in this ball game. Blake ready for his third foul shot. Shoots. Makes it. That makes the score 36-35. Doug Hare dribbling down through here. Passes to Robbie Ellswick. Robbie Ellswick passing off to Brian Bradley. Brian Bailey passing off to Doug Harrod. Fight over the ball. Mountain State wins. Doug Nelson, dribbling down to, shoots the ball, misses. Long miss.
Left back.
Jimmy Blake, another 2-point foul shot. Score is 36-35, Hayes Valley. There's 3 minutes and 55 seconds left in this ball game. 2 minutes and 55 seconds left in this ball game. Doug shoots his foul shot and misses. Hayes Valley recovers the ball. Robbie Elphick. Mountain State, back to, come on Doug. Doug Harrod gets the ball, misses. Robbie Ellsworth gets the ball, shoots the ball and misses. Foul caught on Mountain State. This game's getting tight. Jump shot, Donnie Barnes, Tays Valley, and Jimmy Blake, 24 of Mountain State. Mountain State gets the ball. Doug Nelson, number 8. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Fouled out. Another 2-point score, 37-36 Mountain State. 2 minutes and 25 seconds left in this ball game. Timeout.
.224 left in the game. It's Mountain State 37, Tays Valley 36. And it looks like this is going to go right down the wire. Coach Anderson's giving instructions to his players now about where to be positioned on the court, and the action will be starting back up momentarily. We want to remind you that WTVC will be bringing you a full schedule of Lions games this year, home and away, by means of delayed broadcast on audio tape. The players take their positions again. Official Gary Kessler will be handing the ball to Robbie Ellswick, who will inbound it and put it in play. Ellswick to Hara. Hara's guarded by Williams. He calls play number 4 to Barnes. Ellswick in the corner out front to Bradley. Bradley to Ellswick. Ellswick in the lane. Back out to Hara. Milam in the back. Up and no good. Cabot no good. Bradley rebound. Shoots no good. Milam saves. And Barnes makes the bucket. So 38-37. 1 minute 54 seconds left. Hara intercepts down court. Lays it up. No good. And Milam is fouled by Blake. It's uncertain what's happened here, but Milam's sitting on the floor. He appears to be slightly hurt. Coach Anderson comes to check it out. His left, right ankle, right calf. Coach Anderson attending Milam. Both Tays Valley and Mountain State players gather around, wanting to know he's all right. Milam's going to take a second to rest and get his breath. We believe he's going to be okay. You think, David? Is that common to happen on that kind of a play?
Well, it's not because of the play. It just happened because he's tired and his muscles aren't in the kind of shape that they won't cramp up. And he got a muscle cramp, and they're very painful. But right when he jumped, he had so much strength, and his muscles just kept cramping up and knotting up, and that's why Pastor Dave made him stretch his leg out to stretch that muscle so it wouldn't hurt him so bad. It's liable to keep coming back on him.
He's up, seems to be okay. Bobby will be at the line for 2. Referee Keith Lewis hands him the ball. He lets it bounce a couple of times. First shot's up and no good off the front rim. He has one more coming to him. Very intense game for both sides. Shots up, no good, and Blake gets the rebound to Chapman. Mountain State down the court to Doug Nelson. He's guarded by Ellswick. Now by Bradley, shoots in the corner, no good. Barnes the rebound to Hara. Hara down the court. Hara comes down the court to Ellswick. Ellswick takes it in, under to Hara, layup, no good, and Blake gets the rebound for Mountain State. 1:16 left in the game, 38-37. Chapman now in the corner. Back out to Doug Nelson. Nelson goes cross court. Back out front to Williams. Back to Nelson, now in the corner. Hara on him. He shoots, long shot, no good. Barnes gets the rebound. Gives it to Ellswick, who fumbles it, and it goes out of bounds to Mountain State. 48 seconds left in this intense game. 38-37, Tays Valley. In corner to Chapman. Barnes steals it. Gives it to Ellswick. Ellswick brings it down the court, cross court. Out of bounds to Tays Valley. Mountain State takes a timeout with 29 seconds left, and the score, Tays Valley 37, 38, Mountain State 37.
Which time's left in the game?
29 seconds.
Sorry, win by 1.
Both coaches huddled with their players. The fans are milling with excitement now as it comes down to the last seconds of the game. Coach Anderson sends his boys back onto the court. For Tays Valley, it is Barnes, Hara, Bradley, Milam, and Ellswick in the game. The Mountain State, Nelson, Williams, Blake, Chapman, and Adkins. Okay, here we go. Ellswick inbounds to Hara. Hara to Milam. There's a foul on one of the Mountain State players, and the Tays Valley bench is quite exuberant at this point. What do you think about this game, Matthew?
I think it's pretty good.
Who's going to win?
Tays Valley.
Yeah, we hope so. 39-37. Hara makes the foul shot. He's got one more coming. No good. Blake. And he's fouled on the back by Bradley. So we'll go to the other end of the court and do the same thing. 24 seconds left and the score is 39-37. Tays Valley ahead. Coach Anderson up, pacing back and forth in front of the bench. Not sure what the outcome of this will be. Coach Barry Holland sits calm, just looking around. for Mountain State. Blake's at the line for 1-on-1. The first shot's up and good. 39-38. Blake has one more shot. The shot is up and good. Tie ball game. We have a tie game with 19 seconds left. And Ellswick is fouled by Doug Nelson, it appears. So the Lions will take the ball out to the side on our right. We're in the near end of the court. No, I'm sorry. Ellswick will shoot. Ellswick at the line. 1-on-1. First one up and no good. And Mountain State gets the ball down. And we have a timeout called by Mountain State. 7 seconds left in the game and a tie ball game. Well, Andy, do you think we might have an overtime game here?
I think we might. What's the time?
7 seconds left, and the score is Mountain State 39, Tays Valley 39. Coach Anderson giving instructions to his boys now. And the Lion, the Tays Valley mascot, leads cheers in front of the cheering section. And here come the Lion cheerleaders. Listen to this excited crowd. Okay, Coach Anderson's giving instructions now. Hogue comes back in for Doug Hara. So it's Hogue and Ellswick for Bradley. No good. And that is the end of regulation time. We have an overtime game. 3-minute overtime period. Bob Marlin jumping against Blake. And Dave, what do you think about an overtime game in the first game of the season here?
That means it's a close game. It's going to be a fun overtime because boy, it almost wasn't overtime. Did you see that last shot? It almost went in.
Yeah.
Nelson shot. It went in the basket and out. So it'll go right down to the wire. The big boy for their team is who hurts us. He gets a lot of rebounds. Blake. He does such a good job. Level 2 gets the tip here, and there's going to be a 3-minute overtime. They probably won't change anything. Everybody will play about the same as they've been playing. April Wells is here talking with us at the bench. Tays Valley just stole the ball. Up. Mountain State got it back.
Blake scores.
No basket.
No basket. Let's see what the call is going to be. It appears that Blake was fouled before the shot, so he'll be at the line for 1-on-1. Okay, Blake dribbles the ball a few times, gets his posture. The first shot is up and no good. And Nelson rebounds, shoots in the corner. Barnes rebound, out. Williams intercepts. Nelson now cross court for Mountain State. In the middle to Blake. He puts it up from about 8 feet, no good. And we have a jump ball between Blake and Doug Hara. Here's the situation where Blake has a definite height advantage down under his own goal. Out to Ellswick. Ellswick down court. Lays it up for the Lions. So, with 2:20 left, the Lions lead 41-39. 41-39. Nelson to Chapman. Up. Good from about 18 feet. That was quite a shot, David.
Yeah, it was a good shot. Ellswick's bringing the ball back down now. Ball's back into Heron. Heron over to Milam. Milam going under. Up with a left-hander, and it's good. The score is 43-41. Tays Valley's up 2. They're back into their zone defense. Nelson passes the ball over to Blake, who's outside. Ellswick steals the ball. He still has it. Comes down, throws it into Hare. Shows it over to Hogue. Shoots up off the rim on his first shot. Ellswick hooks it up off the rim. Tays Valley gets the ball again back under the Milam. Milam takes it up with a left-hander. 3 seconds called. 3 seconds. There's a minute and a half left in the overtime.
43-41.
Hare is getting cramps in his leg now. This is an intense game. The kids are running and working hard, so they'll have muscle cramps. And matter of fact, some of the people in the bleachers might get muscle cramps. It's such an exciting game. An exciting game for the first game of the year. An overtime between Mountain State School and Tays Valley Christian Academy. Where's Mountain State located? In Culloden. So neither team had to travel very far. Both teams wanting to win very much. Last year, Tays Valley won the game, but it was a close ball game. Here we are again, another close one. So I guess it's really Mountain State's turn to win since Tays Valley won last time, but we're sure pulling for Tays Valley to win it. At halftime, Pastor Taylor, our principal, said that we thought there was about 150 here. It seems to me like there's more than that. Yeah. I believe there's a couple hundred. Tays Valley's in a full-court press. Now they've gone back into their zone. Ellswick hustling outside. He'll have to watch it. He's going to foul somebody if he's not careful. Referees aren't calling them close, however, so Chapman with the ball outside, shoots it off the rim. Williams gets the ball, throws it over to Nelson. Nelson up, in and out again. Barnes rebounds for Tays Valley Christian Academy. Ball goes over to Hogue. 45 seconds left. Tays Valley is ahead by 2 points, so they'll be taking care of the ball. Hogue has the ball on the left-hand side, throws it back over to Ellswick. Ellswick looks, dribbles down to the left, back over to Milam outside. They're holding the ball for the last shot, it looks like. Ellswick dribbling the wall. Milam dribbling around, throws it over to Hogue. They're going to have to be careful. They're going to lose it. They lost it. Nelson takes the ball, goes up for a jumper, and it is good. Tays Valley calling timeout. Timeout, Tays Valley. 9 seconds left. The score is 43-43. We could have a double overtime. Double overtimes are rare.
It's been real interesting though. After a real low scoring first half, things have opened up quite a bit. both teams have done a lot of running and gunning, and the points have piled up pretty fast.
That's right. They gotten over the first game jitters, and now they're down to trying to win the game. Dave Anderson's on the floor with his player. I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to predict that he'll try to let Ellswick shoot the last shot. Let Robbie Ellswick go in and shoot the last shot. Who do you think is going to shoot the last shot for Tays Valley?
Oh, definitely Ellswick, I would say. I'll look for him to inbound the ball to Hogue and then get it back to Ellswick out front.
Well, since both of us think it'll be Ellswick, it'll probably be somebody else. So we'll see here in a minute. Nobody's leaving the gymnasium. Everybody's staying here. Buzzer sounds. Here they come. Tays Valley takes the ball out on the left-hand side of the court. Mountain State's back in a zone. Now they're going back out on them a little bit. Williams going out. Harrah takes the ball out. The ball went to Milam. He dribbled in. We were wrong. Milam was going to get the last shot. Double overtime. Milam got the last shot, not Ellswick. He dribbled in, dribbled off his leg. So now the only problem we have is we don't have enough tape for our radio broadcast. I'll turn it off now for a second. We'll come back. I just found out we have another tape, so we're in good shape. Have another tape, so in real good shape.
Coach Anderson's out in the zone explaining some finer points to his players now for this double overtime. So we've got Milam and Blake again at the center jump. Something wrong in the jump. We'll have to redo it. No, Tays Valley gets the ball out to the side. I think somebody's in the circle. Ellswick out on the point. Over to Harrah. Back to Robbie Ellswick. Ellswick dribbles around left. Back in the middle. High post Milam. Shoots. No good. Rebound Milam. No good. Barnes. And it'll be out under the basket to the Lions. In a lineup here. Barnes. Back out to Milam. Lays it up. No good. Ellswick. Up. No good. Milam gets in. No good. Blake. And we have a foul down there in the basket. Robbie Ellswick fouls Chapman, number 7. 2:19 left. The score tied at 43. Double overtime here in the first game of the year. Double overtime. Harrah playing back to guard against fast break. For Williams. First shot, no good. Rebound. Hogue out to Harrah. Intercepted by Williams. To Chapman. Chapman down. Puts it up, no good. Ellswick under the board. Robbie brings the ball down the court. He cuts across the court to Harrah. Harrah back to Barnes. Donnie throws the ball to Brian Hogue. He puts it up, no good. Harrah rebounds, lays it up. We have 1 minute, 45 seconds left, and the Lions are up by 2 points. 1:45 left. Tays Valley 45, Mountain State 43. And Nelson, Doug Nelson, will be at the line to shoot 2 for Mountain State. First shot is up and no good. 1-1. Rebound Blake, no good. Barnes to Hogue. Ellswick down the court to Milam, out on the key. Charging foul on Bobby Milam. So with 1:29 seconds left and the Lions up by 2, Ellswick calls for a 3-1-1 defense. Nelson throws the ball out of bounds. Off Tays Valley, Mountain State keeps it. Blake inbounds to Nelson. He shoots from the top of the key, no good. Ellswick rebound. Over to Hara. Hara drives the way up. It's blocked by Atkins. Ellswick tries to save it, but to no avail. 1:06 left. Rebound. Milam all the way down. And we have a foul on Barnes. So Blake will be at the line. Shooting 2. Blake shoots 2. The first one up and no good.